Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be learning how to make Nigerian meat pie. Yay! Who is excited? As you all know, meat pie is one of the most popular Nigerian snack loved by everyone. So we are going to be learning how to make it today. First, we'll measure our flour and then we'll go in with our margarine. Don't worry about the measurements, I'll drop it at the description box. Just make sure you check that after now. So we are going to add in our margarine depending on the quantity you're making. I'm making quite a large quantity here, so you add in your margarine. And next we are going in with our egg, but we are not using the full egg, just the egg yolk. Okay, then we'll add in our flavor, and then we'll go in with our white vinegar. So guys, this is the secret to the flaky and crispy Nigerian meat pie. You know the difference between that roadside Nigerian meat pie you eat and the regular eatery Nigerian meat pie dough. This is actually the secret ingredient. Your white vinegar and your egg yolk. These two are the banger. Make sure you don't use the full egg, just the egg yolk and your white vinegar, and you are there. Next up is to mix the ingredients. You mix. Give it a thorough mixing. Rub in while you are mixing until you get a crumb-like texture. Like it's almost ready here. You know, it looks like breadcrumbs. You can see it that it's actually coming together. So you keep rubbing it in and in and in until it's ready. And then you just pop this into the freezer and you go and make your fillings. And when we come back, we are going to be adding two more ingredients. That's the baking powder and water. Although the baking powder is completely optional, but I like to put a little of it. So this is it. Your dough mixture is ready. It's crumb like now. It's perfect. This is a perfect texture. So we're just going to keep this in the freezer, and then here I'm ready to make my fillings. So first we have our minced meat, we have our spice and our cubes, we have corn flour and groundnut oil. So these are basically what I normally use with salt, yeah. And then the veggies, I just use carrots and Irish potato. Trust me guys, this is good. All right, first you're going to heat up small oil, just a little amount of oil, as little as possible depending on what you are making. You add in your minced meat. So all you're just going to do is to keep stirring. You're going to keep stirring this until the meat starts releasing its juice. Okay, so at this point you are going to add in your cubes and you're going to spice your meat very well. Spice it to taste. Okay, so I wouldn't give a particular recipe or measurement for this, but just taste it. Come on guys, do your thing, but make sure it's sweet, it's spicy. Okay, so this is just me adding my spices. So guys, if you can look closely, you see that at this point the meat has already started releasing its juice. So this is a perfect point to start adding your ingredients. Okay, so you're going to give this a thorough mix. Okay, mix it and cover it to cook for about 3 to 5 minutes. Then you open it again and mix it. So guys, this is just me mixing. You're going to do this and allow the meat to absorb the spices. Okay, so the meat is still releasing its juice. I just opened it and this is me stirring it. So you're just going to leave this to absorb the flavor of the juice. Okay, so this is it guys. This doesn't take so much of your time, about 5-10 minutes you're done. So when it's done absorbing the juice, you're going to go in with your veggies. Okay, so you just pour in your veggies bit by bit, and here I've exhausted my veggies. Come on guys, look at how yummy this filling looks. A perfect homemade recipe. So you're just going to add in water at this point. Okay, this is to enable the veggies cook properly. All right, So don't forget to add more spice at that point, okay? And here I'm just mixing my corn flour depending on the quantity you're using, but I'm going to drop the recipe, okay? So you just mix your corn flour, dissolve it in water. What this does is to thicken the filling. So at this point you just be seeing a little water here and there, but you know that your veggies are already soft, they are ready. So all you do is just to mix your corn flour, and this gives your filling that moistness. It's not going to be dry, but it's just going to be so moist, guys. You need to try out this recipe for real. So this is just me trying to make sure that everything is nice and accurate. Come on, I am feeling this recipe right now, guys. Just look at this, so rich and so yummy. So if you want more protein, you can use more meat, but this is perfect. Okay, it's perfect. So at this point we are going to let it cool, and then we are going to go back to the dough. So remember, I told you that two ingredients were left, and this is just me going in with the baking powder. I use double crown baking powder, but you can use any baking powder of your choice. And also remember that this baking powder is completely optional, but I just like to add a little of this. Okay, come on, why not? So I just add a little of it, and then I go in with my hands, and make sure your hands are neat, guys, like very neat. So you're just going to mix it up, give it a nice mix, just to incorporate the baking powder with the all other ingredients. Okay, so at this point it's okay, and next we are going to be adding in your water, guys. The second secret to that flaky meat pie that you're looking for, it's chilled water. Okay, the water is going to be very chilled, like so cold. Okay, so that is it. So you're just going to do that until you get your dough all okay. And this is just me showing you my work surface. A little more flour just to apply on the work surface. You're just going to use it to dust your work surface so that your dough will not stick to the work surface. So this is it, guys. So we are just going to get into the main business right now, and this is the meat pie cutter. This is the biggest of the sizes. Okay, so you just take a little piece of your dough, just a little portion of it, okay, and you're going to drop this on the work surface and roll it out flat. Yes, but not too flat and not too thin. Okay, it shouldn't be too thin and it shouldn't be too thick. Okay, it should just be moderate. Okay, so you're just going to roll this out, roll it out, and so yes, that's it, guys. You're just going to roll this out and then cut. So this is just me fixing my cutter, and I noticed it was a little thick, so I had to reroll and cut. So very easy, guys, as easy as ABC. So if you enjoyed this video to this point, don't forget to subscribe, like my videos, and turn in your notification to be notified for more. So you're just going to add in your fillings and then go seal it up with water. It's just water, guys, just water that I'm rubbing on the edges. This enables it to remain firm when it's thick. Okay, it enables it to remain firm and not to pop open. So you're just going to close this, and you will go back to your meat pie cutter, and this is the part I love most, guys. So you just pop this on the meat pie cutter, and you're going to close it, and ta-da! Wow, I just love this part most. I love the shape the meat pie comes out with. So look at this, guys, perfect Nigerian meat pie on fleek. I'll just take this one more time so that you would understand it more perfectly. So you're just going to dust your work surface. You're going to roll this over and over. Make sure it's not too thin and it shouldn't be too thick. The cutter has two sides. Use the first side to cut and then fill in. You're going to fill in the dough at this point, and don't forget to rub your water to seal the edges. Okay, so you're going to just rub water on the edges. Just go in with your water, be generous about that, and you're going to seal this up and put it into the cutter, and ta-da! So guys, this is the most interesting part for me. Tell me your most interesting part, okay? And then you're going to grease your tray. This is my baking tray. You just grease it with butter or oil, anyone you have available. Okay, this ensures that your meat pie does not get stuck to the pan. Okay, and then you line your pan with the meat pies. Next is to egg wash. Now, this is a technique that ensures that your meat pie comes out with this golden brown top finishing. Okay, so this is it, guys. So at this point, I just love to poke in some holes at the top. It just gives it this perfect finishing. Okay, you can either use a skewer like I'm doing, or use a fork. So remember that this is a perfect Nigerian meat pie recipe. You don't need to cut your meat pie and start giving it lines with razor. No, try this recipe and your meat pie will come out perfect when it's baked. It comes out with that, that stretch mark. It comes out with that perfect stretch mark finishing. Guys, I don't joke about it. I love that stretch mark. When you come online, you just be seeing meat pie where they give stretch mark. This is the perfect recipe, man. This recipe is a banger. And then bake. And this is it, guys. Perfect Nigerian meat pie. We get stretch mark. Oh, I love the outcome of this meat pie. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you. Bye.